Hello, hello. This reading is for Scorpio. Today is the 23rd. Happy Turkey Day to the folks that celebrate Thanksgiving here in the States, as people that aren't from here say. I'm using the True Black Tarot, and I'm probably going to use Urban Tarot if I decide to use another deck. Okay, so first off we have the Three of Pentacles, and then to further explain that is the Two of Wands in the reverse. So with these two cards here, I'm feeling like there might be a project that you're working on. A project or some type of end goal where you're really depending on other people that you can count on to pull their weight in this project to do their part. And you're really kind of playing it safe. You're worried about having a good foundation. So it may be slow going at first, but you're taking all the anxiety and all the guesswork out of it by really just not trying to do anything that you're not already familiar with, not trying to use any techniques that you've never done before, or it could just be saying that this project that you're working on, this group project, I feel, is something that maybe you've done before, or at least like you've researched before you started. And then we have the what is this? Oh yes, the Seven of Cups. It's a pretty cool card. In the reverse, paired with, what is that? The Four of Wands in reverse. Okay, so I feel like there was a milestone that was reached either recently or will happen shortly with this project. Isn't it funny? There's like a castle in the back, right? It's in the reverse. This might have something to do with moving. So basically what I'm getting from this is you don't have any illusions about this situation, this project, this scenario that you find yourself in. You know that the people that are involved are people that are dependable, reliable, and that you can count on them to do their part and do what they're supposed to do. I kind of touched on that already, but you don't really have any, you're not guessing on this. You know exactly what to do, how to do it, when to do it, why to do it, all that stuff. And you're being like, again, like so incredibly realistic and like not being, what's the word? It's like you're aiming low so you won't be disappointed. But it's not because you think that you're going to fail in this endeavor. It's because you're playing it safe. And that's like the easiest way to not stress about it. I also feel like this might be very restrictive to you. Like this isn't necessarily something that you're used to. Or maybe you might find that you're having to restrict yourself in certain ways in order to be realistic about the situation. So there's not a lot of pentacles showing up here, but the first card out here was a pentacles, and it was people working together. So this might be talking about also like multiple people putting their money into this project, not just their work, but also their work. So that's part of another reason why you're like being like very cautious and very practical, because other people are counting on you just like you're counting on other people. And Scorpios are very loyal. And they might have their guard up at first if they don't know you, but once they get to know you and you're on their inner circle, like you are family. You are family whether you are actually related. Because they're very Scorpios, they are a water sign, so they are very emotional. Even though they try not to put that on the surface. And I think this is your way of like getting the emotions out of it. Like just trying to be as practical and as matter of fact as possible. And then next we have the Queen of Wands. And to further explain that is the Star card. So this could be talking about you, Scorpio. This could be talking about maybe somebody that's in this project with you. I feel like this is talking about you, Scorpio. This is somebody that is beautiful. And if it's a guy, you know, handsome. It doesn't have to be a girl. It's just two females here, so that's what I'm saying. But they do put great effort into their appearance, and some of it's not even, okay, wait, let me rephrase. So a lot of it's not even effort, because a lot of it's like what you were born with. Like you're just blessed in some areas that make you stand out against other people. You know, you don't walk around looking like a hot mess, even though like you might not be wearing anything crazy expensive or fancy. Like you're really well put together, especially when you present yourself to the world. Very passionate, very empathetic. Dare I say, even psychic. Probably afraid to admit that though, I'm gonna say. Because with the Star card here paired with the Queen of Wands, that's like a connection to the universe, to source, to God, to your higher self. Like you have that divine spark in you. I mean, we all do. But I think that's part of the shine that you have. That, again, it's like something that you've always had, and it's not really something that you're trying to project, but you just stand out. And it's not because you think you're better than anyone or anything. It's just like you're noticed. But I think the reason why you're noticed is because you're a light. And I'm hearing you inspire people. The Star card is like a crazy, like happy card. Even though it's like dark, a little hard to see here. She's basically, the knight is her dress, and she's got two bowls in her hand, and she's tipping out water, which those turn into stars. This is like a very freeing thing. Like, I feel like what this is saying is, because you've put in so much work and played it safe and, you know, tried to be practical, didn't allow things that seem to be too good to be true to even like enter your space or your realm. You're just like, I'm too smart for that bullshit. Like, it's just like your life is just hard, right? Because again, you have people depending on you, just like like you're depending on people, again, within your circle. But here I feel like this is like a culmination. I heard, a culmination, like all this work that you're putting in, it's also building your character. It's helping you see things from different perspectives. Dare I say, even a spiritual awakening. It's like something that you didn't even like expect or intend it to happen, but you've just been finding yourself in situations that kind of like have your mouth jaw dropping to the ground, like, okay, that just happened. And like, it doesn't even matter if you don't tell anybody about it, like, you can't deny it. Let's see if we can find out a little more about this story here. What about, can you tell me more about these first 2 cards, please? 3 of Pentacles and the 2 of Wands in reverse. That is a lot of cards, but okay. Done flipped in midair. Did y'all see that? Oh my gosh, I hate when they do this. All right. The 5 of Wands. Competition. The Magician. Okay. Hold on. Let's just put these cards aside here. And let's just look at these cards here. Okay. So I'm hearing backbone. I think that's probably the reason why you're feeling like you need to be practical. Like, if it wasn't for you, everything would fall apart. Everything that you've built so far. So it's not even so much that you're really depending on other people. I think a lot of people would be lost if it weren't for you and all the things that you do. And you've kind of had to really put your emotions aside about it, because you had to get the job done. And unfortunately, that's like a struggle that you deal with that builds up in you. And, eventually when you suppress that emotion, it's going to come out. But I feel like what you've done is, instead of like, you understand that about you, and you found ways to harness it and use it to your advantage. And that's what the Magician energy here is talking about. And the reason why is because that's what you felt like you had to do. You felt like you didn't really have a choice in it. There was no walking away, because your heart was so invested. Like, again, people rely on you. And I feel like this is like family. Or, again, people that you consider family. And, I mean, good for you. You found a way to harness that energy and make it work for you, and you didn't lose your mind in the process. And the reason why I say that is because the Seven of Cups is in the reverse. So, like, you didn't fall for any. Your bullshit meter was still strong as fuck, even though you were doing all that, going through all that, like, on the inside. But on the outside, like, holding it down and holding it together for so long. The 3 of Cups. We got another 3 card energy. This might be talking about third-party situations, though. Sometimes people say that the 4 of Wands is the twin flame card, and it's in the reverse. Okay. So I feel like the reason why your bullshit meter is so strong, and why shit like that doesn't get by you, is because you learn from your past. I feel like that's talking about past energy, 3 of Cups energy, where you were inadvertently put in competition with other people that you probably thought were your friends. Maybe like they were your friends to your face, but like talking about you behind your back. It could be like relationship, like somebody was cheating on you, third party situations. The four of wands cards in the upright also talks about like a celebration, but it's in the reverse, so it's almost like a fake celebration. Or okay, drinking, like imbibing. Maybe you need to have a drink. Maybe you need to have a drink, or maybe you need to take some time out from this no fuss, like work, this constant work mode situation that you find yourself in. Maybe you work from home, so it's like hard to get away from work. You need to find an outlet, I think, where you can like relax a little bit and, you know, be with your homegirls. Okay. And what about these last cards here? The Queen of Wands and the Star card, please. Well, you got the High Priestess that came out with the fucking Star card here. However, it did come out sideways. So when I see that in a reading, when I see a card coming on the sideways, I feel like there's a struggle with that. And I already touched on this when I was talking about these cards. And I said that I think you have some serious psychic abilities, or there are things and events that are happening it's just for you. It doesn't matter if other people are around and witness it. It's for you. For you to come into your true potential and your true power. And life is not all about work. In fact, life is about expansion. And this work that you're doing is well and good, but you can't lose yourself in it. And I feel like that's what's happening. And I think that's part of the reason why you're struggling with this, because I don't see the Hierophant out here, and and you already have the Magician here. The Magician is somebody that knows how to work the forces and manipulate the situations around them to do what he wants them to do. Dare I say, it's almost like a Chariot vibe, but he's not going, like the Chariot's going somewhere. The Magician isn't going anywhere. He's just there creating new worlds and magic and doing all this crazy stuff. And the Magician isn't anybody special, isn't anybody fancy. He's just a regular schmegular guy that really honed in and figured some shit out, whether it be through his own research or trial and error. I'm hearing trial and error. So I think that like your psychic abilities are already playing out in your life, but you're afraid to admit it to yourself. Because if you admit it to yourself, then you have to admit it to others, because I feel like you probably have a very close-knit family situation, family/friend situation. And because you are so honest, dear Scorpio, like if you admit it to yourself, that means you're going to admit it at some point. It's going to come out to other people, because Scorpios live their truth. They're honest. I mean, when they do live their truth, if they've made a declaration and they're like, that's it, this is the way it is, then that is it, and that is the way it is. And there's no going back once the Scorpio has made up their mind. And the High Priestess is the keeper of secret knowledge. The High Priestess is somebody that's initiated. Like I'm hearing birthright. Like this is something that she was pre-chosen for. And it's like a lifelong thing and if you can see here, it's a young woman. So, but she's like a master level, because this is something that she's been doing since she's been a kid. So I feel like you've had experiences all your life, and it's like something that you've never really known how to deal with and how to tackle, because you're the magician when it comes to the 3D stuff. But when it comes to the 5D stuff, you don't really know how to handle it. You don't really know how to take it. You don't really know how to vibe with it. And it's not going to go away if you pretend that it's not there. In fact, that's going to make it worse. And once you even acknowledge that it's there to begin with, that just opens the door for more. And I'm not saying that to scare you. I'm saying that your badass boss level status, and like, again, there's like one pentacle card here. Like, money is not an issue. You get the job done whether you got money or not. Like, you find a fucking way. That's that magician energy. And you got to take that confidence and realize that you got this. Like, you clearly got this. Okay. Let's do final messages. I feel like this reading is long. Let's do final messages for Scorpio. Scorpio final messages. Final messages / advice for Scorpio. Please, the Scorpio Collective. The Knight of Cups in reverse, the Seducer. Okay. What else we got? This card. The Universe. Which, does this one have a star card? I think this is like the World card in most other decks. I think that's what that is. And let me get one more card here. This one? Okay. Fortitude. 9 of Wands. Okay, well, obviously, steer clear of sleazy bars and sleazy guys. You can't be fooled by the Seducer. You already know that. I guess right under the Magician. You're not fooled by the illusions, so you see through people's bullshit. Your bullshit meter is strong as fuck, okay? And we already talked about that. So, good job. Keep doing that. And the Universe card. This is an end of a major cycle. And you're going places that you've never been before. And I feel like this might be on a metaphysical level. It may also be simultaneously on a physical level. Again, this card is right under this 7 of Cups card, and I had talked about this might be talking about moving. The World card talks about traveling. So this could definitely be talking about moving. She's going up some steps. Maybe you're moving. Oh, I heard the Jeffersons song. Moving on up to the east side. I don't know why that just came out like that. But yeah. Moving on up. For sure moving on up. Especially not just in the 3D, but in the etheric. Especially once you start to embrace your gifts. I think what this is saying is like, you know what you got going on. But with this 9 of Wands here, I feel like you're going to kind of keep it to yourself for now. You're going to see where it takes you before you start letting anyone in on your secrets. I mean, which makes sense. You're Scorpio. You're not 100% sure how to feel about it. So until you're sure how to feel about it, you're not going to let anyone else know about it. Sorry, I already know about it. And anybody that's watching will also know. But lucky for you, I don't have that many people that follow me. So I'm hearing it's a cold world out there. It's gonna be a cold summer. I don't know the rest of the words. I think this card too is talking about like the reason why you don't want to tell anyone about it is because you don't want to burden them. You think that it might burden them because they might have some outdated beliefs about that. They might have some hang-ups due to their programming being how they're raised, how they were always taught to think, superstitions. But she's wearing green and she's dressed in gold. Green is heart energy. This journey that you're on is nothing but positive vibes, and it might be better for you to keep it to yourself, because if the reaction that you're going to get is negative, it's just going to like kind of put you off to it. But you're going places no matter what. Doing things different than pretty much anybody around you. And when you're ready, you will reveal it, but you're not going to reveal it until this high priestess is like that in the upright. Because again, you already have the magician and the high priestess. That's harmony, that's balance, that's male and female energy, that's physical and etheric energy combined. That is new earth energy, that is ascension energy. That is what we came here for, dear Scorpios, what we came to this planet for. To ascend not just the spirit, but the physical with it. And I think you're moving in the right direction, and I think you'll find it. You'll be exactly where you need to be when you need to be, and it will be divine timing, and there will be no denying it, because the synchronicities are going to be like crazy. All right, so that is my reading for Scorpio for November 23rd on Turkey Day. I really, truly hope that you got something out of it. I hope that the reading was helpful for you or insightful for you in some way, shape, or form. Please like the video if you liked it. Please share it if you want to share it. And please subscribe if you don't want to miss anything that I post. All right. Thanks so much, guys. Love you. Bye.